Listen, basis loaded, bottom of the ninth. And I want to talk about getting down. I just want to say, listen, I don't care what happens to you in life. I don't care who lies on you in life. I just want to say that getting down is still a personal choice. It doesn't matter the situation. It doesn't matter the lie. It doesn't matter the circumstance. It doesn't matter the hearsay. If you decide to get down and stay down and lay down, that's on you. And I'm going to say this again. If you decide to get down, lay down, and stay down, that's on you. When it's all said and done, you guys have to understand you have the choice in a free market to literally start your own legacy, to create something. And I'm gonna say this again, in a free market, you have the choice to start something. You have the choice to create something. You also have the choice, a new opportunity that wasn't around in the early 90s. You also have the opportunity to make money online. When it's all said and done, you guys have to understand a lot of people are trained and conditioned to just work a job and deal with harassment. And I'm gonna say this again, a lot of people are trained to go out, work a job, play this chessboard game of moving up a corporate ladder of something you still don't own. And some people, it works out for them, but some people, all they do is encounter harassment. When it's all said and done, I'm here to tell you, no human being on this planet deserves harassment. And I'm gonna say this again, no human on this planet Earth deserves to be harassed just to put food on the table. And the way this world works is the less you make, the more harassment it comes with. And I'm gonna say this again, the less money you make, the more harassment it comes with. You guys have to stop and think. If you keep working at a job and then you deal with harassment, you go apply for another job, you deal with more harassment, you keep on applying for jobs, a decade passes you by, many things happen, and you keep on dealing with the same thing. You guys have to understand it's time to boss up. It's simple. And I'm gonna say this again, if you have a personality type, when you get around a lot of people feel intimidated by you, they feel bothered by you. When it's all said and done, guess what? That's never gonna change. And I'm gonna say this again, that's never gonna change. You can move to a whole different city. Guess what? If you got a big personality, it is what it is. It's gonna happen in another city, it's gonna happen in another state. The only thing that you could do is figure out, what could I create? What product could I have? How could I boss up? And how can I start something of my own? So when it's all said and done, I don't have to deal with harassment. There's a lot of people that don't deal with harassment. I don't deal with harassment. That's one thing I can say I love about my life. I don't deal with harassment. Anytime I feel harassment, listen, I get to it. I did the situation. I put the situation to rest. I don't deal with harassment, and I will never, ever deal with harassment. When it's all said and done, I feel like people pick and choose who they want to have practice with. They want to pick and choose who they want to have alpha male practice with. 9 out of 10, you got to treat your neighbor like yourself. Listen, that's already a done deal. We already know that. Shout out to the Lord for that. But the problem is we live in a world where it's based off of status and a false sense of a hierarchy and a false sense of insecurity. So a lot of people, they feel like they don't have any control. So what they're going to do is they're going to control the lower environment. And if people don't fit in to their interest group, if people don't fit into their group, what they're going to do is they're going to try to lie on you and tell on you and get you fired from HR. Let me tell you guys something. If you get fired, you don't know. God probably was saving you from something. If you get fired, listen, God probably took you out that situation because he saw that you were struggling. When it's all said and done, don't pray for a job. Don't pray for money. Don't pray for these things. God got your back. If God wants you at a job, listen, you'll be at a job. If God wants you out that situation to a better situation because he has greatness for you and he wants to push you, because sometimes you got to get pushed. And I'm going to say this again. Some people, they need that push. I gave that push to many people on YouTube, and I feel good about that. And sometimes in life, all people really need is a little push. Whether they admit it, whether they say thank you or not, it doesn't matter. When it's all said and done, sometimes in life, all we need is that little push. Once we get that little push, it doesn't matter if it's a push from a friend, it doesn't matter if it's a push from a mentor, or it doesn't matter if it's a push from corporate America and HR literally gives you that straight boop. It doesn't matter. Believe it or not, guess what? If you're going to file a lawsuit, file a lawsuit. But believe it or not, sometimes HR giving you that push out the company probably was the change that you needed. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. But let me tell you guys something. If HR pushed you out the company wrongfully, if they terminated you without reason, if they terminated you from hearsay, when it's all said and done, you probably needed that. You probably needed that good old push out the company. Because if you didn't get that good old push out the company, listen, it's so many opportunities you would have missed out on because you're spending your time at a place that doesn't serve you in your best interest. You guys have to understand. Listen, when I was growing up, like I said, we didn't have the internet. So at 13, I never thought to myself I'll be a YouTuber. But what I want to tell you guys is now at 39, you feel me, the last 2 months of my 30s before I turn 40, pump up the volume. I just want to say, listen, being on YouTube is such a blessing. I feel so happy to share the space with many content creators. I feel so happy to learn the guidelines, learn the rules, learn the violations. I feel so happy for once a month to make money online. Like, I could have never dreamed, I could have never imagined at 20 years old, I can make money online. 21, same thing. I never imagined I could make money online. You feel me? When it's all said and done, but now to see how the internet technology and everything has just boomed, it's like, yo, it's game time now. Bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, round 12, whatever we dealing with, listen, we gonna make sure that we don't stress and bounce the embo panacada. We gonna keep a clean face. We gonna work out. When it's all said and done, we're not drinking every night. We're not going through it. Listen, if we have a little vacation, if we have a little error, listen, we have a little vacation, we have a little error, but we getting back. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself every step of the way. And I'm going to say this again. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself every step of the way. If you got fired from a job, that's probably what you needed. If you got booted by HR, that's probably what you needed. Listen, if you was dating and a woman decided to dump you, that's probably what you needed. When it's all said and done, time is the most important asset you have. And I'm gonna say this again, time, listen, you can't get time back. Like right now, I'm recording, making this video, guess what? I'm here to tell you I work for me. So the fact that I work for me, in this moment right now, listen, I feel like I'm doing the right thing with my time. And I'm gonna say this again, the fact that I work for me, the fact that I manage me, the fact that, listen, I'm a one-man crew. Listen, I feel like right now, in this moment, I'm doing the best thing with my time. That's all you could do. You guys have to understand, make the most of your time. I don't care if you don't have money. I don't care if you don't have resources. You still have time. And if you're not locked up, guess what? You still got freedom. And I'm going to say this again. If you're not locked up, you still have freedom. Just because you got fired, that doesn't mean go out and start dating and make a baby. Just because you lost your job, that doesn't mean hold your head down. Just because you lost your job, that doesn't mean you think about your manager. So let me tell you guys something. If you lose your job, the managers are the last thing that you should be thinking about. You should not think about your managers. When it's all said and done, life goes on. If they gave you the boop, when it's all said and done, it is what it is. Stop thinking about the past. The past is over. Closed chapter. And shout out to my man, Mr. Redskins. He said it best. He said, every day people getting walking papers. And of course, especially people around my age, because when it's all said and done, working a 9 to 5, legally, that's the only way people knew how to get money. Apply, get a job, get money. A lot of people growing up, they wasn't thinking about the internet. They wasn't thinking about Twitch. They wasn't thinking about Kick. They wasn't thinking about Rumble. You feel me? It was work a job, take disrespect, take harassment, and stay humble. And I'm going to say this again. People wasn't thinking about Kick, Twitch. They wasn't thinking about Rumble. You know, growing up, early 90s, early 2000s, it was work a job, take disrespect, get harassed, and stay humble. No, those days are over. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to the internet. Shout out to the Wave. Shout out to other platforms. Shout out to TikTok. Man, I miss TikTok. Shout out to IG. Shout out to all these platforms where we can have product and we can get our product out to the world. Listen, when I tell you guys what a time to be alive, I really mean, speaking of product, let me take a sip of this latte. But when I tell you guys what a time to be alive, I really mean what a time to be alive. Now, as far as getting down, let me tell you guys something. If a situation happened, of course, it's going to be fresh with you for a week. Second week, you still might feel it. Third week, oh wow, you might go through the motions. But after a month, you got to move on with your life. After a month, listen, you got to start thinking, listen, what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to the working system again? You feel me? But have the exit strategy. I feel like, listen, if you get fired, you got to start to see these corporations as they see you as just a resource. That's why they call it human resource. They could care less about you. Somebody could lie on you. Somebody could say that, listen, you was throwing paper, you feel me? And somebody could just write you up and 20 people say, yeah, he was throwing paper. Now they got you for actions of conduct. Listen, when it's all said and done, I would never, ever put my heart and soul into a 9 to 5. You have an exit strategy. You go in, You make what you need to make to invest in yourself. You put that money up, and when you invest in yourself, don't be afraid to walk on water. If you got thousands of dollars saved up and you can make real plays, real moves, don't be afraid to walk on water. 9 out of 10, a lot of people, all they know is a control. All they know is a disrespect. All they know is a harassment. They don't know what it's like to wake up without the alarm clock. They don't know what it's like to wake up at the beach. They don't know what it's like to wake up in peace. It's crazy. A lot of people, they've been going through trauma for so long that trauma feels normal. They've been dealing with disrespect for so long that disrespect feels normal. They've been dealing with harassment for so long that it's crazy to say, but now harassment feels normal. And I'm here to tell you, when it's all said and done, listen, if people are trying to center you out in any type of environment, listen, God gonna remove you from that situation, because when it's all said and done, it's a sign that your personality doesn't belong there. Sometimes in life, we might try to take the easy route out, but a lot of us, we're meant for greatness. There is no easy route out. There is no just doing low-paying jobs for benefits, but people see your greatness and you're not gonna get harassed. When it's all said and done, yes, you're gonna get harassed. Because when it's all said and done, if you were meant to do great things, if you were meant to do revolutionary things, when it's all said and done and you're working a job making $16 an hour, people are going to be looking at you like, what are you doing here? And that's how it goes. And you cannot escape that. You cannot dodge that. You cannot go to if you go to a new city, you're pretty much going to repeat the same thing everywhere you go. People are going to look at you and feel like, nah, it's something about them. It's something about them. And they right. It is something about you. It is something about you. You're a person living life without fear. You got to understand, the majority of the world living fair. They just had the markets the other day and people start selling off crypto crazy because a lot of people live in fear. So when you don't live in fear, you got to understand, you stick out like a sore thumb. There's a Japanese proverb to say the one who sticks out is the one who gets hammered. When it's all said and done, call me MC Hammer. But when it's all said and done, I'm not going to follow the crowd. I'm not going to try to blend in. When it's all said and done, if I stand out, I stand out. If I get hammered, I get hammered. If you get hammered, you get hammered. It is what it is. You feel me? Japanese proverbs don't apply to us in America. But I'm just telling you that proverb because that's the real reason a lot of people don't want to work out. They don't want to get buff. They don't want to stand out. They don't want to be able to nail or get hammered. So when it's all said and done, they play safe. Listen, I'm not judging, but I did not come to this earth to play safe. And I'm going to say this again. I did not come to this earth to play safe. I cannot live playing a safe life. I cannot procreate with a woman that deserves to be in that's a supermodel that deserves to be in a beauty pageant playing it safe. You feel me? When can you ever get a supermodel playing it safe? When can you ever get a beauty pageant model playing it safe? When it's all said and done, listen, I'm not judging, but I don't play anything safe. When it's all said and done, you got to understand, you got to do what you got to do to stay afloat. But it comes a time while you staying afloat, keep investing in your business. Keep investing in yourself. Keep investing in your stock. And understand that you are the biggest stock. Because 9 out of 10, the way how life works is when it's time for HR to give you the boot, when it's time for your company to part ways, 9 out of 10, if you was wise, you was investing in yourself the whole time. And if you wise and you've been investing in yourself the whole time and the company want to part ways, so be it. You feel me? Tomato, tomato, bada bing, bada bing. Life goes on. No hard feelings. I told you guys, don't get bitter, get better. And I'm going to say this again. Don't get bitter, get better. Let it breathe.